The news that's been flowing through Nintendo has been absolutely insane. They had that initial direct that was somewhat well received. It had Metroid Prime 4 and a couple other games that were interesting, but otherwise no one really cared about. And then on Wednesday, they had their main direct that released the Switch 2 and the games that can be associated with it that absolutely blew everyone away. Unfortunately, then that was overshadowed by Nintendo then dropping the pricing for everything, the $450 Switch 2, the $500 console bundle that comes with Mario Kart World, and the reveal that Mario Kart World bought on its own is now going to be $80, thus incurring a lot of fear in everybody that this is where the market is now going. Now, yes, okay, I do understand that a lot of people have been pointing out that back in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, there were games that were already at the $90, $80, $100 figure. That's completely true. And honestly, I don't really mind that the games are at these prices as long as they're actually worth it. Make sure it's well polished, make sure that we really enjoy it, make sure that you're putting plenty of content in it. If you sign it with DLC in the future, make sure you actually fulfill that agreement. Otherwise, I will have a personal issue with you. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this is where the industry is going because of Nintendo now, and I kind of want to push back on that. Yes, a lot of people are going to try to follow it. You'll have your NBAs, your NFLs, your NHL, and your FIFAs, and your Grand Theft Autos, and Call of Duties. Yes, okay. Those will push it and probably will succeed on getting that $80, if not $90 price tag. But what about everyone else? I mean, after all, just take Ubisoft for example. They released their Assassin's Shadow video game, a couple of weeks ago, and it's already being forgotten about. It's at the bottom of the barrel. They've done so badly that they had to sell off that franchise along with their other franchises off to Tencent just to save their company. And maybe they'll be able to come back. Maybe they'll be able to buy from Tencent. Highly doubtful, but maybe that's an option that they'll have in the future. But I'm just trying to make the point here that just because this is something that the industry can now do, doesn't mean that they're going to actually be able to get away with it. Now, a lot of people will try, and I'm going to predict a lot of games will fail, because as Craig from Side Scrollers has said, it's a lot easier to lower the price than it is to raise it, so start high and go low. I mean, personally, I mostly am a PC gamer. I mostly buy $20 to $30 games on Steam, and that's usually where I'm at. If it's a really great game that I really hear great news about, then of course, then I'll go and buy something that's a $60 or even $70 game. But that's a very rare occasion for me. I'm a cheap son of a gun, what can I say? But I just want to make that point here. Now, Nintendo has also come out as of today that they are putting on pause the pre-ordering because of the Trump tariffs that have been recently revealed. Now, a lot of people were blaming the Trump tariffs previously of why exactly Nintendo was charging their games so much. Because if you've been living on the rock the last couple of days after that direct, people were just blowing up online, being pissed off at Nintendo for trying to sell an $80 game, and I can understand. I mean, I personally went by that price tag that I don't want to go near it. As I said, I'm a cheapo. I'm sorry. That's just the kind of games I want to go for. I gotta be careful with my money personally. But those who are really fans of Nintendo, I can completely see going forward and being willing to pay that money forward. The question is it going to be enough people to buy those games at that $80 price tag to offset the people who would be more willing to buy it at the $60? Don't know. We'll have to wait and see how exactly that goes. From what I've been hearing from a lot of people online, anecdotally, that there's a lot of people that are going to just wait for sales to go on, and probably that's what a lot of people are going to do, but who knows. Now, I don't know how much of the Trump tariffs has informed that price. A lot of people are saying that that's been known for a few months now, that Nintendo's already factored that in, and so now that price is already there. And if that was the reason why that the price tag was $80, they would have mentioned that beforehand, versus what they've done now that Trump has released his new tariffs on Vietnam and China and Japan, that they're now getting rid of pre-orders for at least a little while, but still sticking with their June release date. So we'll have to wait and see exactly how that affects and changes things. According to the news, from what I saw, the leader of Vietnam is wanting to get rid of all tariffs with President Trump, and him and Trump are supposed to meet up and discuss reducing the tariffs to zero. Supposedly. Who knows? We'll see it in a little bit. But whether Nintendo then uses it as an opportunity to raise their prices from an $80 game to a $90 or even $100, that's yet to be seen. But I'm curious to see What do you guys think down below? Do you think the industry is actually headed down this route that everyone was just going to go for the $80 games and just completely forget about going for the $50 or $60 or even $70 games, and it's just $80 to $100 now? Or do you think that Nintendo is completely in the right here and that Trump is going off his rocker, increasing the tariffs? I personally think he's doing the right thing for our country, but I want to hear what you guys gotta say, because that's just my one perspective. Leave your comments down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a dislike if you did not. I'll catch y'all later, and don't forget to subscribe. Yo, take care now. Bye.